Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to the sacred journey of Kal Mantra, Embrace Divine Grace. Let the celestial vibrations uplift your spirit and guide you toward inner peace, abundance, and divine blessings. Open your heart, chant with devotion, and awaken the infinite grace within you.
All right, let's talk about prophecies. Most of them are pretty vague, right? They're set in some far-off, distant future. But the one we're digging into today, it's different. It's got a name, a place, and a very specific year, 2032. It's all about the arrival of a figure who's supposed to change everything. So, let's get into this modern prophecy of the Kalki Avatar.
So, the source we're looking at just jumps right in with this really startling claim. There's no messing around, no vague timeline. It just says, flat out, the Kalki is now born. I mean, wow, that's a powerful hook, right? It sets the stage for a prophecy that's supposedly happening, right now.
Okay, so if he's already here, the big question is, why now? What's the rush? Well, according to our source, the answer is pretty surprising. He's not on time. He's actually early. This whole thing is about a prophecy that's been accelerated.
So why the acceleration? The source says it all comes down to the state of the world. A decision was apparently made because things were getting, and this is a direct quote, very heavy. We're talking about widespread corruption, death, strife. Basically, the world was in such a bad state that it triggered an intervention.
And here's the consequence of that. The source uses this really cool phrase, time has been reeled in. It's like a divine high command looked down, saw the mess, and said, nope, we can't wait. So they decided to bring the whole timeline forward because the world just couldn't hang on any longer.
And get this, they give a super specific number for how much it was sped up. The timeline was apparently moved forward by exactly 380 years. So you see, this isn't just some vague, sooner than we thought kind of thing. It's a precise, calculated change to a cosmic schedule. Okay, so the timeline's been fast-tracked. The stage is set. But who are we actually talking about here? Who is the central character in all of this? Let's dive into the Kalki Avatar, based on all the specific details we've got in our source. First things first, let's cover the basics. For anyone who might not know, in Hindu beliefs about the end times, the Kalki Avatar is a big deal. He's the final incarnation of a deity, and he's destined to show up when the world is a total mess to destroy evil and kick off a new age of truth. But here's the thing. Our source adds its own really specific twist to that traditional story.
Now, what's interesting is how our source talks about this figure. It actually uses two different names. First, the Kalki, and you'll notice the H in that spelling, which is a specific variation used here. But then, and this is a really crucial detail, it also calls him the Christ. So it's directly connecting this Hindu prophecy to a central figure in Christianity. Pretty wild, right?
And the prophecy doesn't stop there with the specifics. I mean, it gets incredibly detailed about where he comes from. It doesn't just say, he's on Earth somewhere. No, it pinpoints his exact birthplace to Sambalpur, a city in Odisha, India.
Think that specific? It gets even more precise. The prophecy states his exact age right now, at this very moment. According to the source, he is just 14 years old, a teenager.
So here's the key takeaway right now. He's here, but nobody knows who he is. He's just living the normal life, completely under the radar. The world has no idea about his prophesied identity because, well, he hasn't declared himself yet.
And that, of course, brings us to the really juicy part of the prophecy, the future. What's next on the agenda? The source lays out a super clear timeline, and it all points to one single massive year. Let's talk about the 2032 revelation.
Okay, so here's the roadmap for how this whole thing is supposed to go down. Right now, we're in phase 1, he's 14, living a normal life, totally unknown. Then, we hit the big one, 2032. That's when he turns 21, and he's going to step forward and declare that a new age is dawning. But, and this is important, it's only after that declaration that his true identity will be, and the source uses this word, exposed to the world. So yeah, 2032 is the trigger for, well, everything.
So, what's the whole point of this declaration? I mean, what does his arrival actually mean for everyone? That's what we're going to get into in this final section. The ultimate goal of the prophecy, which is the dawning of a whole new age. His mission in 2032 is laser-focused, He's there to declare the coming of the Satyuga. Now, that's another name for the Satyuga, which basically translates to the age of truth. So his job, his whole purpose at that moment is to be the one who announces this new era.
But wait a second. That brings up a pretty practical question, doesn't it? You can't just start a new age of truth if all that heavy corruption, death, and strife from the old age is still hanging around. The source has a very blunt term for this stuff, the residual trash. So how do you get rid of that?
And this is where we get to the final and pretty dramatic action that's attributed to him. After he announces the new age, his next job is to cleanse the world of everything that's left over. And according to the prophecy, he will, and this is a direct quote, clear it with his sword called Ratnamaru.
And that's where the source material leaves us, a complete prophecy, right? From his birthplace to a specific date and a final, very decisive action. It really leaves us with a fascinating question to chew on, doesn't it? I mean, it doesn't matter what you believe, but if a prophecy sets a hard date for a new era to begin, what does that say about the time we're living in right now? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Are you battling constant stress, facing financial roadblocks, struggling in relationships, or stuck in your career? Harness the power of authentic Rudraksh, powerful planetary remedies, and timeless Vedic astrology. Limited stock, don't miss out. Visit kalmantra.com today to restore balance, invite abundance, and transform your life.